it has to be paid for somehow.
Daniel Spear supports Kansas City's 1% earnings tax, but the lifelong resident says the system used to collect it went after him twice.
When I got their bogus notices of assessment, it fired me up.
The notices were tied to the city's earnings tax, a tax the city says brings in more than $370 million a year, nearly half the city's general fund, paying for police, fire, and other basic services. Most people who live or work in KC pay this tax. But Daniel says he should never have been billed. He retired in 2018 after nearly 45 years as an attorney and says he no longer had taxable income.
Just about everything I've done since then has been pro bono, so there would be no income generated by that.
So when a notice arrived in 2021,
this is the first notice of assessment.
He was shocked. The city claimed he owed hundreds of dollars for 2020.
I had only $2,000 of earnings that year from doing a hearing or two. So 1% of that was $20.
Daniel sent this letter to the finance department saying he had already paid. He included his tax return and a replacement check for $23.
I received absolutely no response from the city, so I presumed at that point that the matter was closed.
But it wasn't. Nearly 2 years later, another notice arrived. This time, the city said he owed more than $600 for tax year 2022.
It was deja vu. I said, I've seen this before.
Again, he pushed back, telling the city his income was primarily military retirement and Social Security, income he believed was exempt from the e-tax.
What disturbs me is it's just a naked demand for money. There's no supporting evidence.
But the city didn't back down, and in 2024 sent both cases to collections. Daniel says he paid, under protest, nearly $1,500.
To get their attention to resolve this matter once and for all, I decided to sue the city.
Daniel wanted a jury trial. He was ready to take the case all the way through discovery and into court, but it never got that far. Why?
The basis of their motion to dismiss was that the city admitted that I didn't owe any earnings tax at this point. Therefore, there was no case in controversy.
In other words, the city admitted he didn't owe, but only after he filed suit. I wanted to know how often this happens, so I requested data from the city's finance and law departments, including how many earnings tax cases are sent to collections. The numbers are striking. City records show a sharp increase in recent years. Between 2020 and 2024, the city sent thousands of e-tax related accounts to collections each year, peaking at nearly 18,000 accounts in 2023, totaling nearly $15 million. When I pressed for records on how many of those referrals were later reversed, withdrawn, canceled, or found to be in error, the city told me it has no responsive records. I took the data to the city's deputy finance director, Brenton Silverly.
This is the first time I'm seeing your data set that you've presented.
Which we got from the city.
Which is fair. I have no reaction.
Silverly confirmed the city does not track collections errors. He also confirmed the city has no records of audits or reviews of the process going back to 2019. Why hasn't there been a review?
A review of the audit process?
Of the collections referral process.
I'm unable to speak to why or why not there would have been a review of that process.
Silverly did tell me taxpayers are sent at least 3 letters before being sent to collections, and that the process is partly fact-finding. Daniel and other taxpayers I spoke with say they don't recall getting those warning letters. Do you not think that there should be a process in place to make sure that the city is getting it right?
I welcome any time to review processes and improve, but I think it's important to note that the percent that is being referenced here that is from the tax audit division here within the revenue division, as well as through collections, is a very small proportion of those who actually, compared to those who pay their taxes on time.
What's one change you would make, if any, to improve trust and accountability in this collections process?
at this point, nothing comes to mind.
After our interview, the finance department followed up in writing, offering additional details and context it didn't provide on camera. The department says it aims to respond to disputes within 48 hours, that statements are itemized by period, and some assessments are IRS-based estimates. They also say COVID and a 2019 profits review change may have shifted some cases into 2020.
I firmly believe that there are other people out there.
Daniel had the legal training and the will to fight. Most taxpayers don't. The city still can't say how many collection cases turn out to be mistakes, and until it can, taxpayers have no way to know how often the city gets it wrong.
Transparency is what's required for people to have faith in their governments. And I think it's as simple as that.
The finance department says taxpayers who disagree with an assessment can appeal to the Commissioner of Revenue and that invalid liabilities are removed and refunded. Now, I've requested additional records on disputed collections and will bring you updates as the city responds. In Kansas City, Zach Summers, KCTV5 Investigates.